Hey, it's Sandy Wilson with Zen Hub, talking today about forgiveness. So, why do you want to forgive? Why do you want to go down that path? Well, when you carry chronic anger, you create health issues. It activates the amygdala, which is the part of your brain that's fight or flight. And we really don't want that activated if you can avoid it. It causes high blood pressure, it can cause your heart rate to go up, and you get anxiety, you get stress. So releasing that anger, that chronic anger that keeps coming back to you every time you think about it, can really improve your life. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experiences with forgiveness, and I hope that it resonates with you and that you will consider moving forward with a process of forgiving because it's so valuable. So here we go. Hey, this is Sandy Wilson from Zen Hub. I'm thinking about forgiveness, which is something I think everyone should do if they can, to anybody who perhaps betrayed you, did something to you that you have a hard time letting go of. And the reason you want to do it is the letting go helps you. It helps you. It doesn't necessarily help them. They may not even know about it because you don't have to talk to them. But it's a release of emotions. So I had to forgive a number of people over time. A couple of people actually, who betrayed my mother and stole from her. And that was very, very hurtful. And people I trusted that I'd known my whole life, relatives. And I had to let go of that for myself. So when my mother passed, I let go of it. I mean, she suffered for some of what they did in her life, but I knew that she wouldn't want me to hold on to that. So I let it go. And I don't think about it now. And it was the right thing to do for me. It was the right thing to do to let it go. I will never forget what happened, but I've forgiven them for it. There was someone at work that I thought was just a wonderful person. I worked for this person, and he betrayed me in the worst way. Before I left employment and when he was leaving, and I thought he was just a wonderful person, but what he did and how he did it was very hurtful. And soon after that, I ended up leaving that job, and I've let that go too, because generally he was a really good person. He betrayed me, and what he did, he probably thought was the right thing to do. It wasn't, because it was someone else's decision. It wasn't his decision what he did. And so it was very hurtful. It was really hard, because I had worked really hard to at least be considered for a position, and I wasn't, because of things he had said to the hiring folks. So that was very hurtful. It was very hard for me to let go of, but I've let go of it because overall he was pretty good to me most of the time. At that critical moment, he was not. But in the end, it worked out for me. It was probably not the job that I needed or at the time or that I should have had. So I've let go of it, and I only have good thoughts for him now. I'll never forget what happened because it was hurtful. But I've let it go. I had a friend that I thought was my best friend, and she also was somebody who kind of let me down, who was thinking of herself in a time when I was really in need and my mother was sick. And so I'm sure you've all experienced these things where people that you've trusted and cared about let you down. When that happens, it's really easy to let it consume you. You can be consumed with anger. You can be consumed with grief. You can be consumed with sadness. And I've had all of those, the anger, the grief, and the sadness. But I refuse to live with that. So I've let it go. And I can say that that's something I would highly recommend everybody do. Let go of those emotions. Let go of that that mistrust of other people. You don't want to live like that. You want to let it go. So I've done that. I hope that you're able to do that as well, and move on with your life without carrying around that burden. So this is Sandy Wilson from Zen Hub with a little bit of advice today. And so in conclusion, moving forward with forgiveness is so invaluable because you want to live a life of peace and a fulfilling life and not carry that burden around anymore. Who needs that? Who wants to carry that burden around? You might want to remember that God or the universe forgives us. We're not perfect. There's a lot of things we do that we could use forgiveness for. And you might want to pray or send light to that person that you forgave. So please, please like, share, most of all, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your thoughts about forgiveness. Have you done it? Has it worked for you? Let me know. I really want to know. So have a beautiful day. This is Sandy Wilson, wishing you much happiness and joy today. And until we meet again, namaste.